Yo, girl, I've been thinking. I know you've been trying to tell your feelings. You've been trying to get the word in, but I'm rambling. I've been going on and on about your eyes and your chocolate skin. Not tonight, you're not hearing it. You like, here we go. You can sweet talk me till my ears fall off. You know, I know what the deal is. I'm the best you ever had. No competition. Don't be giving out what's mine. That's your fucking problem. Always going off assuming shit. I ain't wanna say it, but I ain't really feeling it. So why you gotta be like that? Every time I open up, you run away. I wish I never met you. Wish I never got wrapped up in your melodies the way you used to sing to me. I knew one day you'd just get rid of me. I'd just be another one who got too close. I'd just be another one who got too close. Slow down. I just wanna work it out. Now baby, slow down. I just wanna work it out. Now baby, slow down. I just wanna work it out. Now baby, slow down. I just wanna work it out. You look so sexy when you get upset. Veins popping out your neck. I'm here to lay you down when you're feeling stressed. I'm trying to get my hands on your silhouette. You say you know what the deal is. So why the hell you tripping? It's not love you've been missing. Only one who keep it dripping. So tell me why you wanna be my ruler. Be the only one I'm true to. Hold me down and be my future. Why she wanna be my shooter? I love kissing you and I'm drunk. Licking the liquor off your lips. Feeling the music in my ears. With the one I'm supposed to be with, I wanna kick it. And light one, how fast can you roll it up in light one? I need you to roll it up in light one. How fast can you roll it up and slow down? I just wanna work it out. Now baby, slow down. I just wanna work it out. Baby, slow down. I just wanna work it out. Baby, slow down. I just wanna work it out. Work it out. I just wanna work it out. I just wanna work it out. Baby, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Let me put my arms around you. Can I trust to tell you all my secrets? Baby, I get lost around you. On the dance floor, and your waistline is my weakness. You say you're tired of sneaking. Why don't you go and leave her alone? I'm begging for your sweetness. You say you're tired of sneaking. Give me a reason. I shouldn't tear your ass to pieces. Vinimbalo shiri. Vinimbalo shushu. Vinimbalo shoe. Really my little shoo. I'm the one who gon' hold you when you fall. I'm the one who gon' answer when you call. I'm the one who you wanna be with. I'm the one who fulfill. Let me put my arms around you. Can I trust to tell you all my secrets? Baby, I get lost around you. On the dance floor, and your waistline is my weakness. You say you're tired of sneaking. Why don't you go and leave her alone? I'm begging for your sweetness. You say you're tired of sneaking. Give me a reason. I shouldn't tear your ass to pieces. Venimba lo shu. Venimba lo shu shu. Venimba lo shu. Venimba lo shu shu. I'm the one who gon' hold you when you fall. I'm the one who gon' answer when you call. I'm the one who you wanna be with. I'm the one who fulfill your fantasy. I'm the one to see. I'm the one the one. I'm the one who gon' hold you when you fall. I'm the one who gon' answer when you call. I'm the one who you wanna be with. I'm the one who fulfill. Let me put my one. I'm the one who gon' hold you when you fall. I'm the one who gon' answer when you call. I'm the one.
Yeah. Smooth talk, R&B, and soul. It's your boy Q Christopher and Tati Dani. And you're tuning into Nocturnal Vibes Radio. What going on?
What's up?
How you feeling?
I'm good. How
You
was
good?
your week?
It was cool. Don't sound no cool. You was real adamant about that dress Issa Rae was wearing for the Emmys. I don't know about
Yes, I was. I thought she looked beautiful.
She
like
looked
that
aight.
blue against her complexion. It was stunning.
For whatever reason, I feel like she probably chooses a lot of her clothes.
And that's fine. That was
Which is
a
good, but
piece.
sometimes it don't work for everybody.
No. And like the pantsuit thing
Oh, it was a pantsuit.
is
See,
in.
I
The
didn't even
pantsuit
tell.
thing is in. It's sexy. She looked nice.
That's what's
Shout
up.
out to Issa. She
Shout
was
out to
beautiful.
Issa Rae. Shout out to all the listeners tuning in right now. Thank you for tuning in. Self-care and self-love are not selfish. That's something that I always love to chat about. Yeah. So what's going on this week? A lot of nothing. And one thing I heard, Spotify is doing something really big for independent artists.
Yeah, apparently they're allowing them to upload their art and their music and
Beautiful.
the future release dates and get this
For free 99.
for free.
Free
That is
99.
amazing.
Free
Like
99.
this social media era, like it's so
They're-
many
they're pretty much-
opportunities.
but
it's
that's
just
changing the game,
there.
though.
Yes.
You're pretty much changing the game. So now
Yes.
Tidal, iTunes, and all them, they
Mhm.
got to step up to the plate now.
Yeah,
Let's
they
see
do.
what you're gonna offer.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, that's pretty
we'll
cool.
see.
So yeah, the Emmys went down this week.
Mhm.
Any of your artists won?
Artists?
I mean, artists, actors. It's the Emmys. Yeah, I get it mixed up with the Oscars.
Yeah, all of them are
Anybody of
hard
your
to
favorites
remember.
won?
First of all, I didn't watch them.
You're
I
talking about
apologize.
Issa
But
Rae.
I did hear
See, Issa Rae,
that
she didn't
Childish
even
Gambino
watch the
showed up
show.
crazy at the Emmys.
You did?
Yeah, you
Did
watch
what?
What the show Atlanta? The
I
show
have not.
Atlanta,
Actually,
there's
I've
like a
never seen
character that he showed up dressed like. They were like they didn't know if he had someone that had the face
Or
on, if
Danny
it was
Glover.
actually him. Yeah.
Right. So good.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit? What's her name? Tiffany. Tiffany Haddish. She won the award.
Yeah.
And they apparently squashed the beef at the Emmys. So that's what's
I
up.
didn't really like her dress.
Very rainbow. Yeah, I did see that.
I didn't really like her dress, and
She's
I
another one who
really
needs a
hope,
stylist, yo.
I really hope that she does
gonna hook
not
'em
try
up,
and
yeah.
replicate this dress. See, backstage we was talking about how you could work an outfit, but she keep working that same dress, and she could not do it with that one.
Nah, it's not
She
a good
can't
look.
do it with that one.
She can't.
It's too colorful. It's not as disguisable.
I mean, I feel like once you step into the limelight,
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't have so much pressure to live like the Joneses, but
Yeah. Keeping up with the Joneses.
keeping up with the Joneses
Yeah.
rather. But you would want to mix and make sure you have the right context so you looking right.
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
red
Because
carpet.
it's all about image. Like we've talked about this before. It's not about anything else but the image.
This visual thing is all about image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So especially with social media, image. So you got to step up to the plate and spend a little bit of that money that you make
A little something.
to
something.
look the part. You know.
Yeah. We have a great show for you tonight.
Yes, we do.
We have an actress. She's an opera singer,
Mm-hmm.
a dancer, a writer. Like, she's about to show me every little something tonight.
Think she'll hit a few dance moves for us
Yeah,
tonight?
dance move. We're going to do some opera
You
singing.
gonna dance with her?
What? We're going to do a two-step. Shout out to Akilah. She's in the building. We're going to chop it up with her, talk about a couple of her projects, including Sister Act on off-Broadway. You're doing some big things, girl.
Yes.
We're going to talk some more about it. Listen, keep it locked. We got more with Nocturnal Vibes Radio.
That was a good impromptu. You did a good job.
Yeah, we got to do. The mics are still on.
Your conversation, your elevation takes me to places I've never been. Your sweet as nothing gets my heart running, lips hypnotizing, no escaping. Yeah. And I can't find no one else to cool me down, to cool me down. 'Cause I get so hot each time you come around. You come around. Yeah, you give me that thirst. Yeah, you give me that thirst. All night put it in work. All night put it in work. Yeah, you give me that thirst. Yeah, you give me that thirst. All night put it in work. Never put it in reverse. Yeah, you give me that thirst. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You could be far away. I could just say your name. It gives me fever. No breaking. You got the power. Come and devour. I am all yours for the taking. Yeah, yeah. And I can't find no one else to cool me down. To cool me down, yeah. 'Cause I get so hot each time you come around. You come around, yeah, you give me that thirst. Yeah, you give me that thirst. All night put it in work. All night put it in work. You got me putting in work, yeah, yeah. You give me that thirst. All night put it in work. Never put it in reverse. Never put it in reverse. Yeah, yeah. All night put it in work. All night. All night. Yeah, you give me that thirst. Yeah, you give me that thirst. All night put it in work. Never put it in reverse. Yeah, you give me that. Yeah, you give me that thirst. Yeah, you give me that thirst. All night put it in work. All night put it in work. Yeah, you give me that thirst. Yeah, you give me that thirst. All night put it in work. Never put it in reverse. Never. Yeah, you give me that thirst. All night put it in work. Said I drink for your water. All night do anything that you wanna. Yeah, you give me that thirst. Yeah, you give me that. Let your love
Saw you in the room, think I caught the motion. Standing next to you, I can feel the ocean. Let the waves take over me, over me, over me. Your body comforts me so comfortably. Saw you in the room, think I caught the motion. Standing next to you, I can feel the ocean. Feel the waves crash over me, over me, over me. Your body's energy, energy, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I want you to feel this love, love surrounding. I want you to feel this love all over you, baby. I want you to feel this love, love surrounding. I want you to feel this love all over you, baby.
Yeah. Welcome back. It's your boy Q Christopher in the building with Tati Danny. And as we promised, Miss Akilah is in the building. Come on to the show. Akilah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
You're absolutely welcome. Let's get that mic in front of you.
Yeah. If you'd like, you can wear some headphones.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
There you go.
As you get set up. How's it going? How's your week so far? Good.
What is it, Thursday?
Yes.
We made it over the hump. We're
Yes.
here.
Good.
Really
It's Friday, Junior.
Yeah.
Any plans for the
basically.
weekend?
I'm selling tickets.
Hustling. I'm working this weekend pretty
Yeah, I
much.
have a show coming up next weekend, so
Right.
I'm dropping off some deliveries.
So you can plug it now. Where's the show?
Absolutely. Yeah. Where's your show? Before we ask you anything, yeah, talk about your show.
Yeah, I hopefully you want to come afterwards.
Absolutely.
But it is at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe
Okay.
on the 30th at 7 p.m. I'm
Okay.
doing a premiere of all of my music. I've been working on like an album project. I'm dropping a few singles soon, so I'm having a lot of people come out just to support, hear the new music. and,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, first, let's dig into Akilah. Like, you have so many different layers about you. Where are you from? Where you raised?
So that's the first layer right there. So I'm from Brooklyn,
stand up.
born and represent.
Yeah.
But I was, but I was raised in Florida.
Okay.
So I was raised in West Palm Beach. So that's
Just as long as
kinda
you
my
didn't say
home.
Jersey. We good.
So basically, you
Never
relocated
there.
and you still claim Brooklyn.
I do, but like the thing about Florida, like it's like I don't fit in, there as a native because people who grew up there, they're into certain things that like
Right.
I'm too much of a city.
They into 9 to 5s. You into something totally different.
into the hustle and bustle,
hustle,
and
entertainment
I
bit.
like the moving
Yeah.
and grooving.
Shaking, bumping people on the train station. Type
Yeah,
thing,
like knock it off, yeah, like, that kind of thing. So it's like I'm not very country, and I don't
Okay.
fit in with that sort of lifestyle. And then here, it's kind of like, oh, you're very clearly not from Brooklyn, you
Right,
know.
right,
So
right.
it's a little
Where's
bit
your
of
family
both.
from, though?
I'm Haitian and Guyanese background.
all right,
Yeah,
GT,
yeah.
oh,
So I'm Caribbean represent. Yeah.
My family's from Guyana.
Oh.
So shout out to all the GT bonders there.
Yes. Yes. And then,
So you have, we talked about you being a producer, opera singer, writer, director. which one do you want to start with first? Well, I'm a pick. Let's start with the dancer.
Okay.
When did you start dancing?
I started dancing when I was about 7 or 8. It was a part of when I started with like musical theater. I saw Lion King on Broadway, and that was my first musical. And I was like, Mom,
This is what I want to do.
Mom, this is it. Like she bought the soundtrack for me, and I listened to it like nonstop. And then she put me in ballet from there. So that was my first.
You see how sweet how beautiful that is. Like she said, Mom, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And your mother supported that.
Yeah.
I love that because I
Yeah.
feel like that needs to happen like on the regular. Listen to our
Absolutely.
kids. But go ahead. Don't let
No,
me stop you.
absolutely.
And
No,
avoid
say
them from
that.
wasting time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, seriously, I always say that the fact that one thing my mom would always say when other friends of hers wanted to know, like, oh, my child wants to do this, blah, 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 blah. She's like, invest in your child. Like,
Thanks.
the fact that I was in violin lessons
Yeah.
from when I was 4, same sort of thing. I saw a picture of a violin. I was like, Mom, I want to play that. If she had been like, shut up.
Right.
Like I wouldn't necessarily be where I am right now.
Yeah.
Like, but she said, okay, you want to play that? Go play that. And then
Shout
she
out to
didn't let
mommy.
me quit. Like, she was like, you're not going to
Yeah.
quit,
Yeah.
So, and that has been instilled in me that you don't quit, you start something, you finish it.
So you also play violin now. You didn't tell me this.
I mentioned the musician part, yeah. It's hard for me to send bios because it's kind of like I have about 12 different resumes for the different types of work.
Because
that
I'm
I
reading
do.
this, I'm like, yeah, right. That's an opera singer. Really? Come on.
No, you're bugging. But yeah, dance actually is something I want to sharpen up more.
Okay.
It's something that
What kind of dance?
if I say everything, it's like everything.
Well, you're doing everything else, so I can understand why.
But really modern contemporary dance I find so beautiful. Shows like So You Think You Can Dance with the really lyrical and stuff like that is just beautiful to me. And just I'm more of an like expresser, like overall. I feel like you can express yourself in many mediums. That's why
Through
I wear
dance.
different hats, you
Okay.
know. So through dance, you can express with your body and tell a story that with no words and someone can understand, and that's like a very powerful thing.
Good to understand your journey, yeah.
Now, do you have a different name for all of the hats that you wear?
Hey, right. Bunch of alter ego.
All Akilah.
All
It
Akilah.
works
That's
under-
awesome.
Come
So
on,
tell us
listen.
a little about your singing.
Well, that music is actually my first passion. So singing, I just have been doing my entire life. I just, when I was studying music, I sang, but I was a little bit too nervous to like really be on stage. And so through acting, that's what got me singing in front of people.
Nice.
And I joined choirs. I did a lot of choral work actually, like in my high school years. I toured in choirs around the country and did national choirs. And in college, I majored in voice performance. So I have an opera performance degree. And so that's where I ended up really focusing on opera. Before it was as a chorus singer, but in studying music and being classically trained with violin and other things, opera then just made sense for me.
Do you sleep?
That is a commonly asked question. I do. I sleep at night sometimes.
Little cat naps every here and
I
there.
take naps.
How old are you, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
22 years old.
Cute.
Yeah.
That's what's that's a
Grinding.
woman.
Grinding. But she's a confident woman, so
Yes,
confident woman
that's
would tell her
awesome.
age, right?
Thank you. Yeah, you're right. I have nothing to.
There you go.
This is who I am.
It's me, son.
You have the
How old are you,
hustle.
Tati?
You have the hustle when you're young. Like you had that energy, that fire.
The
That's
drive.
awesome.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
B, I can't even say a triple threat. How many threats is that?
I'll say like triple, like
Right.
quadruple.
Right.
X,
That's
like,
awesome.
Carried
And
it
so,
too.
do you only do opera or?
In studying music, I do jazz, I do R&B. Right now, I'm focusing on my career as like a recording artist. So I have these singles that I have out right now, and that I'm excited to share more of the R&B side of me, because it's been through studying music, a lot of like opera performances and things like that, and that's a passion of mine. I'm never gonna like lose that. I feel like that's the foundation, for everything I do. But you know, to show more sides of myself. This is like, you know, music I've written with the help of, you know, others. David Sunville, shout out. He's
Shout out to David. In the background.
in the background, but he you know, the songs that you will hear, he helped me write them too. So
Beautiful. Who are some of your R&B influences?
I would say Lauryn Hill, you
okay.
know,
I can hear that.
India.Arie, Solange Knowles is someone that I love, you know, love what she does. Janelle Monáe, that Whitney Houston, so you
That
know,
flavor,
the
yeah.
flavor, yeah, it's just
We've recently lost a legend, an icon, Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
How has her music applied to your life and your journey?
yeah. I mean, everyone grew up singing Natural Woman. Like every singer, like it was such a beautiful thing even to scroll through Instagram and see so many people doing covers. It's like, you know, what you must hear from heaven right now.
Absolutely.
Everyone's singing her music.
Yeah.
So she, you know, touched a lot of lives. She touched my life. Showed you just how to sing from the heart. You know, there were a lot of singers, and she would shine out from everyone
Yeah.
every
That passion.
time. You know,
Absolutely.
so it's a sad thing. You know, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it
Yeah.
when I first heard it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the circle of life.
yeah, it feels like, you know, losing a legend, like a name that you just don't think is gonna leave. Like,
Right. That's what I feel
It's
like.
almost like they're
Patti LaBelle.
superhuman. Like people feel that way about them.
I know it's
They're icons.
They are.
icons.
And Akilah's gonna be an icon one day, so
She's
we're gonna
in
feel
the
the
making.
same way.
In the
icon in the making. Oh, thank you. You know,
Nocturnal vibes approved.
That's what's
Now
up.
you
That's
gotta
just a
sing
powerful
to us
stamp.
before we get off.
Thank you.
oh, well, you know, just let me know what style. Like, you want to hear opera? You want to hear?
Well, I do want to get into the.
I want to get into
track.
opera, only because I used to work for the Met. I used to have like 10 jobs, but I used to work for the
like
Met,
the
you know,
opera.
customer service, selling tickets or
that's
whatever. I would
cool.
walk through the hallways and they would be rehearsing. So I'll be walking. Just mouth to mouth.
You
So,
liked it, Q? You missed your calling?
what?
Well-
It is a. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, tell us about the song that you have for us tonight.
Well,
You just dismiss my opera singing. You know what I'm saying? It's all about Akilah.
But
Go ahead.
Akilah
We're gonna talk
accent.
about you.
we'll have to chop it up about the
All
Met
right.
because
It's okay.
I love.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Y'all can talk behind the
My
scenes.
feelings is not
Yeah,
hurt.
we'll chop it up. But this song I have here, this one's called Slippin'. And that one is just, it's so personal to me. You know, a lot of people go through the struggle, you know, and that was
Sipping or slipping?
slipping.
Slippin'.
And to me, you know, it was about a past relationship, really the getting through the thought process of getting through that, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah, it's just
Relationships are hard.
just
It's
relationships.
hard, man. They
But you
just
know, you learn a
hard.
lot about yourself. I really
The hell with all that. It's hard. No, you do. You're absolutely right.
We can bring in our question from last week. You getting a little emotional
Right.
over
The,
there.
the whole manipulation.
Yeah.
How women.
Oh, woman.
So let's ask
They
Akilah
were
how
good.
she feels, and don't go to break before I ask. No, but we had asked last week who was more inclined to manipulate a man or a woman, and I think
That
a
look on your
man.
face, Akilah says, "Yeah, we do it a lot."
So listen, no, that's not what that look is saying, but like, nice read. I mean, as a probably bisexual woman, I can actually say that from both perspectives, men are a little bit more
Inclined, right.
but women are, don't get me wrong, women are
What's
very
your sign?
manipulative.
What's your sign, Akilah?
I'm an Aries Taurus
Okay.
cusp. Okay, so I'm fiery and I'm down to earth at the same time.
Why you getting mad asking
just-
their
I
sign
just-
because
I
of what
just
you
need to
said?
know.
Okay, so second question. Okay, so I won the first. Let's see if you win the second. Who is more likely to get away with it?
That's a hard
That
question.
ain't hard.
That's a hard question
That
though.
ain't hard.
I think you know, I will say a woman. I'm gonna say it.
How many times you got
because
one of your bros to get up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to write your music? No, I'm joking.
That's actually not false. That's what I just was like. It's true. I know. Listen, I know what. I'll say I know what my woman powers can do. Okay.
Yes.
You have to, as a woman, you gotta wield your power and wield it well.
You at least have to know. You don't have to exercise them, but you do have to know.
You have to know because
Just in case.
And that's why I stick with my first answer, because men will sometimes manipulate a woman who doesn't know her woman power, which is the power to.
I love that. Yeah.
Whatever. Can we go to break now?
Oh,
Get this
tight.
You mad?
You mad or not?
But wait, we gonna go to break. What's the name of the song?
Slippin'.
Slippin'. You have the track? We about to get it to you, but let's get into this next track, and then right after that we slipping right now, but we gonna play slipping.
We got y'all.
35 years on the planet. Grew up listening to Michael and Janet. Starry-eyed kid in pajamas thinking one day. A steady diet of Brandy and Luther. Kimberell and Tone, I got used to. Burn so many songs from my computer thinking one day. Told my mama that I wanna be a singer. Told my daddy I'm a hell of a producer. Told my sister I'ma mean something to you maybe one day. Just you wait, and it's gonna be my time. And everyone will learn that God's timing is better. Just you wait, and it will all make sense. And all the time we spent thinking it couldn't get better. It got better, yeah. Man, the last few years been kinda lonely. And even when I get to chill with the homies, all of them went and got hitched up on me. I'm like, one day. It's hard to sing about love when you got none. Praying every day God send me the right one. All this work and no play got me wishing that one day. Put my heart into the music cause it's safer. Knowing damn well I need me a savior. Someone that I can be on my worst behavior with one day.
I won't chase you living. Time will catch you slipping. Who knew love was missing? I should never pray for you. I should never stay with you. Now I'm out here on my own. I should never live for you. Everything I give to you, and you left me on my own. Time will catch you slipping. You're a trip, you tripping. You know why I'm dipping. Too much pimping. I should've never let you in my life. I remember when I met you on that night. Everything just seemed like it was right. I left you now and things are moving right. Boy, that hurt is out of mind and out of sight. How long was I supposed to live a lie? How long was I supposed to say goodbye? You always seem to get me back inside. I should never pray for you. I should never stay with you. Now I'm out here on my own. Should never live for you. Everything I give to you, and you left me on my own. Time will catch you slipping. You're a trip, you tripping. You know why I'm dipping. Too much pimping. You never wanna let me live my life. You never even fucking left your wife. All you do is give me pain and strife. Boy, your tongue is sharper than a knife. You ain't never learned to treat me right. I never thought that you would be the type. Time will catch you slipping in the night. You ain't never gonna see the light. Should never pray for you. Should never live for you. No, should never pray for you.
Yeah. Slipping.
And you said it's about a past relationship
Yeah.
where you got manipulated by a man, right?
Yes. That was exactly what happened.
Is
I
that
just
what
had to
happened?
get
That
my
was
last
exactly what
sting back on air. That's all.
But that is what that was about.
That's a sexy track,
Yes.
even though if it's about manipulating a man.
I made
Excuse
it
me, you
cute.
reversed that the wrong way.
I did. It's all good. Moving on. The when it comes to writing your music and the production and all that, how long does it take you? What space do you need to be in to produce?
That's
Create.
that's a really good question, because that's been what the last year has been about for me. Is like finding out what works best for me. Just because you study music doesn't mean like writing music will not be another skill that you have to like build up,
Right.
And so I have tried and failed, multiple things. I've tried working with lots of people and, trying to get creativity with a group. I've tried just being isolated, but I find that if you just have a person that you can sort of like trust musically, whose ears that you can trust, like be with someone to bounce ideas off of each other and let inspiration flow with like one or two, even just people that not you just trust as a person, but like trusting someone musically is like
Yeah, you connect with on, musically as well as personally. Yeah.
just like feel each other. And so that's been what works best for me. Or just getting in a vibe about something I'm feeling, like when I'm feeling something, sometimes I hear a song or hear a beat that like inspires me a certain way, like, oh, this sounds like heartbreak, I'm gonna write about heartbreak, or like this reminds me of something I'm going through, so I'm gonna just talk about what's up right now. It kind of it really depends, but I just like to, you gotta stay in the moment, you gotta stay
Right.
in whatever moment has been captured, you have to stay in it, and just create.
Now we talk a lot about self-care, and that almost gives me self-care vibes, like how you're describing it. So what have you done for yourself lately? Like, what do you usually do?
That's
What have you done for you?
I'm currently living my best life.
I hear that.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I talk about just like watering the mind with like positivity, like just always trying to be as positive as you can, and just trying to extract goodness out of everything, and that extends to myself. Like self-care is something that I've had to work on, like realizing that I'm feeling last because I'm putting myself last, and other people may or may not have contributed to like bad decisions or mistreating you, but at the end of the day, you have to set up those boundaries to take care of your own self. So I'm recognizing where I've let boundaries go, recognizing where I still need to work, where I haven't loved myself, where I haven't been nice to myself, because even as someone who does a lot, I sometimes feel like I'm not doing enough. Like everybody feels like that sometimes on some level, especially in the social media world where you can just see what everyone's doing. Everyone
Or not doing.
And people often come up to me having not seen me in a while and say, oh, I see you're doing this and this, and it's amazing. And I'm just like, wow, I don't feel like that, know? So
you never feel like your accomplishments.
Yeah, it's crazy. You see, you witness a lot of people just going through your feed. Followers may go through your feed, or if they even not following you, but just to see what you're doing. And why not like it? Why not follow you?
Yeah.
show
Why
the
you
support.
ghosting? Like,
Why- exactly.
More
pretty
people
much.
look at my story than I get likes on my
Than
picture.
on your picture.
So I'm like,
You
but you
Right.
look
keeping
at
up?
every story.
Just
You
like
watch
it.
every story
Akilah.
as soon as I post, but I haven't seen you like a
I
post
see you.
in 20 years. Like
I see
With your
you,
looking
boo.
self, right?
side
Right,
emoji,
right.
like
Like really?
I
Right,
see you,
right.
right? Like 100%.
Yeah.
But it does something for you, I'm sure. The
Absolutely.
fact that you're doing something, your work is valued.
Yeah, I mean, I do it. The amazing thing to me is, people might look at me as in a sort of status, or might see me in a certain type of light because of the work. Like, this happens to be work that puts you in a limelight, like
Absolutely.
But for me, music has been a constant in my life, and art, and like other forms of art, throughout that. But music itself, I studied film in high school, and I did these other sort of things, but like it's always been a constant, like some aspect of creating and expressing, and I happen to just be really good at it.
I hear that.
So it's just like,
I hear that.
things are gonna happen, and I appreciate the support from a lot of people, but I'm doing it for me,
Yeah.
So it's always
At the end of the day, you have to.
Yes.
You got to be happy with yourself. So I commend you on that.
Thank you.
Now I want to talk about this opera singing. What made you start singing opera?
Opera, well, I was a chorus kid, first, so it just came from, like, I would do ensembles and competitions, and my school would take us to, like, small groups of us to sing at competitions, and eventually, my teacher was kind of like, you should do some solo stuff, like solo competitions. So she had me learn like solo art song pieces and stuff like that. And I kind of just like, it all just felt like I just have to keep doing what I've been doing. It's like the one constant. So when I got to school, I was like, what can I major in? I wasn't sure yet. I got into Brooklyn College. Shout out to Brooklyn College. I got in there, and I was like, I don't know what to major in. I want to do music, or do I do theater, or whatever. And, my mom was like, just do whatever makes you happy, like,
Nice.
just fine. So I was just taking voice lessons with the intention of just getting better in general, like, building on my natural abilities and just like making music. And it was a classically focused program, so I ended up focusing on opera, and then I just kind of fell in love with it. It's
Killed it.
Yeah, just
So you gonna do a little something for us?
Oh, you want some opera? Okay.
I mean, I could join you.
No, you know what?
said
I'm
no.
gonna give you some.
She knows like I know that. She's a smart woman.
No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm gonna give you some choices.
Okay.
Pick a language of Italian,
she does
French,
languages.
Italian, French,
That's
German,
awesome.
English.
I feel like Italian would be sexy.
I want French.
You want French?
Can you switch it up and do both?
Oh, you know what? I think I could.
Get a bilingual type.
I
Wow.
guess a bit bilingual.
You don't
vibes.
ask, you don't get, huh?
I know, right? All right. I'll do. Since this song is French and it popped in my head first, that's what we'll do. But okay.
You need to back up from the thing, or you good?
Yeah. Yeah, it might be that. Je suis triste, je m'inquiète, je ne sais plus que devenir. Mon bon ami devait venir, et je l'attends, et sous solitude.
That's beautiful. You ain't catch it?
I didn't catch it because I was just so caught up, man. Like, that was dope.
That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
That was really good.
Now you know a few different languages, I assume.
I do.
So are you like a linguist as well?
You know what? I'm not gonna jack that one. But
Okay.
I love languages. But that's when part of opera, it's very so common to sing in these languages that you
Oh,
just like
really?
it's part of your studies. Like I just had to.
So do you sing with opera from your stomach, your throat, your head? What do you
Use
sing?
all of that.
You do
But
all of
for
all of that.
all of that. But for the premium information, I give voice lessons for.
Oh, see? Straight
Another
hustle.
plug.
Straight hustle.
But no, it's it's a body thing. I mean, it's
Okay.
anything that involves self mastery, like in any sort of field. I think that's why I kind of love a little bit of everything. Like, it's all life lessons. Art. With the more you do it, if you're a sound engineer, if you're a dancer, if you're a filmmaker, like it's like how you see the world, how you present the world, and also how you express the world through your own self. So it involves so much self mastery,
Okay.
And that's what is just attractive.
I love what I hear. You sound like you know what you're doing. So I believe you, and I love that. Sister Act. Talk about Sister Act. This is a Broadway or off Broadway?
It was off Broadway.
Okay.
It was a regional tour.
Still dope.
Thank you.
Still dope.
Thank you. It was a regional tour, and it toured in Long Island, Queens, Jersey.
Okay.
At a lot of venues, and yeah, it was amazing.
What was your role?
I was Dolores Van Cartier. I was in Cartier's.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just kind of reminiscing on that show. It was one of the most fun shows. It was my first lead role. So that was really exciting to take that on, that journey. It was, especially not really like, having memorized so much before. I'm on stage for 2 hours with 10 minutes off stage, essentially.
Wow.
You know, so it was a heavy show, but it was great learning experience. It was good. I felt.
So you would do it again?
Absolutely, 100%.
Nice.
I'm ready for Broadway now. Off Broadway, just cut off the off.
I could see Akilah getting a EGOT in the next
absolutely
10, 20
with
years.
all of these talents.
Love an
Absolutely.
EGOT.
So many different layers.
Thank you.
Like so, I know we talked about self-care and all that good stuff, but do you ever reflect on the capabilities of what you can do? Like you pat yourself on the back and be like, yo, I'm the ish. Like, what goes on in that beautiful mind of yours?
In my head, I've had to do both. I've had to learn to pat myself on the back, learn to say what you're doing is great. It's because it doesn't matter what anybody else is saying. Like,
absolutely.
That's like, it's assumed that if everyone's praising you, then you must feel great. That's not true. Like, there's been many times it might have seemed like I was on top of the world. I sang the national anthem at the Barclays Center at my graduation with Senator Bernie Sanders as my keynote speaker. And that was like the highlight sort of my life, but that was actually like one of the most stressful days of my life.
Was it because it's singing in front of your class?
Not even. I
think Bernie Sanders is
that was great. That was fun. I wasn't even nervous. I actually.
You was nervous for Bernie?
I wasn't nervous. I was excited. That's I was like,
I
that
mean,
was my
it's all
first
of these emotions.
presidential
Bernie?
vote.
No, I'm joking.
Come on,
I wasn't necessarily like super fond of like Hillary. You know what I mean? But I was feeling the burn, so I was super excited. But I actually like that night, like that day, I was coming from Jersey. It must be something about Jersey. I went to Six Flags.
Don't go there again.
And I had a
horrible time. See?
My keys got lost. I got towed.
See?
I have a story about New York, so cut it out.
Everyone's got it.
Listen, I only represent Brooklyn. Right?
Bro,
Okay.
If it happened to you in Harlem, I can't, vouch for what. Like, if it happened in Bronx, I'm team Brooklyn. Okay. So if it happens in Brooklyn, I'll take full responsibility. But if it happened anywhere else, I'm like,
so why do I have to account for all of Jersey?
Because you the only one here repping New Jersey.
I am from
Brooklyn.
Jersey.
We could split some of the heat around.
We can split it.
I guess. So you said that you had a show coming up. You're selling tickets for next week, right? So talk about how it is when you perform.
Well, it depends what I'm performing, of course, but I mean, this is gonna be the first time I do any of these songs, so I'm nervous or excited really to hear people's reactions, you know. But when I'm up there, I'm like in my
In the zone,
zone. I'm
yeah.
in my zone. 100%.
Live band?
No band.
No band.
Accompaniment, but the venue didn't have band, and
Oh.
but I'm gonna be playing guitar.
Okay.
Okay,
Some
that works.
acoustics.
Some
Yeah.
acoustic tracks.
Yes,
So,
that
all right,
works.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, a lot of snapping and things.
I'll get like a snap chorus
Okay,
going,
okay.
you know,
From the
some,
crowd,
some
right.
some background singers. That might be as far as accompaniment the most that I'll have, but definitely guitar and hopefully band soon.
How many songs are you performing?
Probably 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a nice little
It's gonna
set.
be a nice little set.
I hope I have an invite. Like
You
I
are.
didn't get it.
Everyone in here is invited.
Okay,
Everyone
cool.
in here should buy a ticket.
That's all I need to
from
hear.
me. Personally invited
Alright,
from
cool.
me. And I
Cool.
would love to see all of you guys there.
That's what's up.
And it's next Friday
Next Sunday.
Sunday.
the
Sunday.
30th.
in the
yeah.
city.
In the city, yeah. New Rican Poets Cafe.
Okay.
So, yeah, and if anyone wants to buy a ticket, I'm on Instagram at akilah.ce.
Yo, buy the tickets. How much is it? How much is this
It's
ticket?
$12 online.
$12 online.
20 at the door. So buy it
See?
online.
Buy it online.
Don't do that.
Save.
to
They
yourself.
rob us.
I don't set the price.
There's no Groupons, just buy it online,
Buy
man.
it online.
So you already started plugging. Tell us where we can find you. There is the Norican Cafe the only thing you have coming up, or is there any other shows that you have?
As of right now, yes.
Okay.
I'm looking into soon. I might be at Sunnyvale soon for
Okay.
a showcase and anything that comes up. I of course post about. But right
Okay.
now,
And what about Slippin'? Slippin' we can find all
Slippin'
over.
will be dropping.
So we
Oh,
got
so
an
that was
exclusive.
This is
Yeah,
yes.
Oh, wow.
World premiere.
Where's
I mean, like the mic drop.
Yeah.
It will be
Exclusive.
coming out on the 23rd. So a few
Nice.
days from now, it'll be on all streaming
That's what's up.
platforms. So please
Everything
look
happens
up
for a reason,
Slippin'.
right?
100%.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
It's a
I
beautiful thing.
agree. Thank you guys.
Listen, Akilah, I want to
coming.
thank you. You like a Jamaican with 10 jobs. But you're doing it. But I
But they're all
commend you.
things that she loves.
Yeah,
It's not
there's
for
all
the
things that you
money.
love. You can manage it. You look happy.
Yes.
You don't look too stressed. But I
chill.
do recommend a lot of self-care.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
I
yeah.
loved that hashtag that you used because self-care is not selfish and it's necessary.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to hear this other track you got for me. What's the name of it?
Yeah, sure. This one. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm deciding which one to do right now in my head. We're gonna do this one is called Never Going Anywhere. Okay.
Okay, so give us a little background as we get that booted up.
Never boot up. Oh man, see, you shouldn't even have said that
I'm
because
sorry. I said booted.
But it's about being
no,
beat up.
you know what? Because this other song that I have, I consider it my boot up. Like it's my boot up. So you know what? I'm gonna take that as a sign to go with the
Okay,
other one.
yes.
But this one is called Sex Pills and Oatmeal, and it is.
What up?
And
you want
it-
to know the song?
She gonna
No,
know it
she
now.
gonna know it
She about to
tonight.
find out right now. I have a feature on it from the amazing Chaos Mr. 718.
Yeah,
also
he's in the
known-
building.
He's
Nice.
in the building. Mic drops, bomb emojis, every bomb emoji,
Big ups,
fire
big ups.
emoji, all that.
Where you from, Chaos? Brooklyn, see?
Brooklyn's in the house.
Ooh, I
we
felt
it.
Brooklyn
Represent.
rides together.
All right, let's get into that track.
All right, thank you. It's electric when you're near. Look in my eyes and see sex appeal. I can feel it in the air. I can feel it in the atmosphere. Haven't even popped a pill, but it feels like we're on ecstasy. And I wonder if it's real, even when you're standing next to me.
Yeah, it's so real. Girl, you thick like oatmeal. You make me feel how the goats feel. Got a bad bitch and like 4 pills, and you so trill. So I hit them curves like 4 wheels. You inspire me to get more bills just to make it rain and it pour still. On a sunny day when you twerking on me, made that pussy pop. How you working for me? That pussy tight, put that hurting on me. She be squirting on me, looking thirsty on me. So I splash it right, she just burst it on me. Calling Jesus Christ, started cursing on me. She be lurking on me, I'm for certain on it. When I kill that pussy, close the curtains on it. And
Whatever you wanna do is fine with me. Baby, get comfortable. My time is free. Go ahead and get open. Maybe we'll just fall in love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll just fall. Head over heels, go crazy. Keep touching, keep kissing it. Have fun, maybe we'll just fall into it. Head over heels, go crazy. Keep touching, keep kissing it. Have fun, baby.
It's the way that you're touching me, baby.
Thai beats.
I try, I fail, but your love will never take me there. I push, you pull, and you act like you don't even care. And we're never going anywhere. No, we're never going anywhere. I'm here, I'm gone, 'cause my love was all I had to share, and my soul was all I had to bear. And we're never going anywhere. No, we're never going anywhere. No, we're never going anywhere. I had enough of you, fell in love with you, I felt comfortable, I put my trust in you, I put my all in you, I did it all for you, yeah, it was all for you. Oh, I think I changed my mind, you be blowing mine, made me lose my mind, made me lose my grind. I was losing time, I was using mine, I was doing time. Oh, I started acting right, so ain't have to fight, just keep the pussy tight, let's bring it back to life. If you smack it right, when you back it out, I don't have to bite. Oh, I know your appetite, you like the chocolate type, you like to talk it like, you like to walk it right, you be bossing right, you be balling like to spend it all tonight. Oh, I hit the club with you, was never dubbing you. When you was taking L's, I gave you W's, you gave me double dares, I'm paying double dues, now I'm in trouble too. Ooh, 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 ooh. I think I got it. I tried, right, I failed, but your love will
Yeah, yeah. A little vibration.
Scare me a
Good
little bit.
vibes, good vibes.
Those are the
So-
vibes right there, yeah.
The name of this track,
Never going anywhere.
Never Going Anywhere. Me nah go nowhere, no.
Never going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere, buddy.
Stay right
I stay
there.
right there, buddy.
And we heard you rapping on the track.
A little bit.
You got a couple of bars.
A little bit of bars, you know.
Right.
I used
So
to.
the fact that you just so multifaceted
Yes.
when it comes to music, there's the acting, there's so much about you.
Oh, I remember
What's the
what
first
I
thing you
wanted
tell?
to ask.
What's the first thing do you when you introduce yourself to people?
I say I'm a singer,
Singer.
musician.
Okay,
Yeah.
you don't run down the list.
I don't.
Shoot, I would.
I don't.
As
you
a
know.
carpenter, as a lawnmower, a gardener, yeah, run it down real quick.
Okay, my main list:
lot to fit
recording
on a business
artist, opera singer, actress, writer, dancer, activist. You know, that's definitely something I'm really strongly passionate about. I don't really producer, yes, because I do write my own music as a musician. I play down and put my tracks down myself for some of the songs. But I don't always advertise all of those things because it's just kind of like I don't see them as just like multiple hats. It seems like just like things I do.
But I feel like you're knee deep in each and every one of those.
Yeah.
I see the passion. You're knee deep in it, so I commend you.
Because it all feels like a total package, so you don't feel like
at the end of the day, you feel like you're just working.
Yeah.
You're just putting in that work. But each and every one of those things has its own entity.
Yes.
Yeah, they require a lot of individual work, you know, on each path. Training and acting. I got it. Modeling as well, you know.
Modeling too.
That's a passion. That is a passion.
She just throwing it out the back.
Throwing it out there one time.
That's awesome.
L'Oreal gonna hit you up just
I'm
now.
6 feet tall. I got attitude and just, you know, I like.
Well, tell the people where they can find the attitude.
Yeah, well, you can find me on Instagram, Akilah.ce, AKILAH.ce, and I am everywhere.
And your performance, Norican Cafe.
Norican Cafe
next
on
Sunday,
9:30 on September 30th.
We're at the end of the month already.
I know.
The end of the year, you want to say.
January just happened.
Yes, it did. No, January was long.
that was a year in itself.
Yes.
Right. Which was my birthday. My birthday.
Well, thank you for coming to spend time with us. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You're doing big things. Let me get
Thank you.
some skin.
It was good to.
Thank you
Good to
very
meet you
much.
guys. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to the fans. Thank you for tuning in. Self-care and self-love are not selfish. We could rock with that. Yeah. We'll see you next week. This is Nocturnal Vibes.
Yeah. Pink cookies crushed in a plastic bag, while I'm thinking about the lust that you should have had. And every time I wanna rush, you go and get the cab. It's alright, cause tonight I'm gonna get that ass. I wouldn't pass if a point guard was my label. You got my head spinning, baby, like a dreidel. I say, well, cause Play-Doh couldn't match your shape, yo. The way your waist holds everything in place, almost like it had a say-so. Your composition is optimistic, the way you make a brother feel good. Feel good. And if you with it, I can show you how to get it when I'm harder than some steel wood. And I still could dip inside your mind like some head while I ride on the 95. Girl, I still could dip inside your mind like I was looking for diamonds inside your design, huh? Yo, baby, I don't wanna make you feel like I'm anxious, but I wanna let you know that I might just do something stupid. Baby, I don't wanna make you feel like I'm anxious, but I wanna let you know that I might just do something stupid. Listen, I don't wanna be enrolled on the list of other bros that you had to up and leave, baby. I know I'm always talking about come out your clothes, baby. We could take it slow so you see the end of me, maybe. You ain't never met a brother quite like me. Always call your phone late at night like me. Make sure that you home safe, make you want your own place, cause you know that can't nobody pipe like me. Lay down, turn your face round, put your ass up, playground, do what I say now, don't you act up. I see you did your face up, and I fucked up your makeup. Said you don't let the average nigga go and fucking back up a little more, baby, get the feeling. I like to watch it while I work, cause your fruit's appealing. I like to watch it while you squirt, cause your fruit's appealing. I like to watch it while you run, cause your juice is leaking. Oh, baby, I don't wanna make you feel like I'm anxious, but I gotta let you know that I might just do something stupid. Baby, I don't wanna make you feel like I'm anxious, but I gotta let you know that I might just do something stupid. Kisses, baby, all over your brain. Listen, baby, to the I wanna be the one to be the one you see when I surprise you. I wanna see the things you see whenever you close your eyes, babe. Maybe I could show you something new that you never seen before. And maybe you could do some of the things that you do behind the door. I need to make you feel like I'm anxious, anxious, anxious. Cause I gotta let you know that I might just do something stupid. Baby, I don't wanna let you feel like I'm anxious, anxious, anxious. But I gotta let you know that I might just do something stupid.
Yes. IT band.
On the why,
Lula.
on the why.
They say the most difficult thing is to live and die alone. Oh. And I would give up everything if we could spend some time alone. Oh. Oh. And girl, it's supernatural. And all there's nothing I would change. But then you blow my mind. Take me back up, press rewind like oh. Ay, 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 yo. Ay, 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 yo. Yes, you blow my mind. Make me back up every time like so. You bless my soul. You bless my soul, oh. Boy, chérie, regarde qui ça vous fait. Baby, so, mais pas je me satisfait. Oh, parce que you blow my mind, make me back up, press rewind like so. Oh, baby, no, et c'est le même matin. Oh, you blow my mind, make me back up every time like so. You bless my soul, oh.
On peut parler, non j'ai même c'est où me fait. Qu'aime pas diffé, comme ça la voyager. Oui, on the why.
They say the most difficult thing is to live and die alone. Oh. And you can't give up on us now, cause in you I found my home. Oh, oh, oh. Then we're good together, I can feel it in my bones. Yes, yeah, you blow my mind. Take me back up, press rewind like so. Ay, 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 yo. Ay, 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 yo. You blow my mind. Make me back up every time like so. You bless my soul, oh. Oh, God gives you many, oh, yeah. Oh, God gives you many, no, yeah. Yes, you blow my mind. Make me back up every time like so. You many know, it's a même maintenant. You bless my soul, make me back up every time like so. Yes, you bless my soul, never go.